Okay, now what I'm doing right now, very quickly, let's move to one new topic. Okay, because I believe you guys also know, have no idea in this, that topic is called GitHub. Okay, so let's move to one new topic called GitHub. Okay, but before I start this topic, I just wanted to explain one interesting concept. This is called CVCS. Okay, so this, let me explain you this topic very quickly. What CVCS? Okay, so what is VCS? You guys know, version control system, and for version control system we can use Git as a tool or command to use. So Git is a tool who give and help you to create multiple versions, and we can control the version in our system. And you guys now, I believe, know the power of the versions, maybe especially for rollbacks and some other things we can achieve by this. Now, the point here is, right now I'm sitting in my laptop. I'm a developer. Let's say my name is Vibal. Okay, and what I did, I created a repository with the git init command. This is a repository we have created. Working on this repository, commits and multiple different version 1, version 2, everything is created. Okay, so this is what I have done. Okay, but typically if you talk about the real world perspective, we have a projects. Okay, and project is normally not done by, mostly is not done by one single individual or one single developer. We have a team, we work together, collaborate together, and work together to complete this project. This is all depend on project management. All right, how project managers or project management give some responsibility to Vimal on this project. Okay, maybe I am completely working on one part. So let's say we have one a web app, and in this web app, my responsibility is to create home page. Okay, and other guy responsibility is to create login page, and this guy is sitting in their laptop. Okay, and let's say this may be Eric, and their responsibility is to create the login page. So he is writing a separate code for the login. Okay, or maybe there might be some page, maybe this is the catalog means my company e-commerce site, the multiple products we have. So we have one more team member, let's say name is Jane. His or her duty is to work on this catalog, or this product feature may be very big, so we might have multiple more team member, let's say Sarah. So her duty is also to work on the same pages. So my point here is we everybody has their own repository, and because they create this repository in their laptop, then that is the reason this is called local repository. So everybody has own local repository, local data, local version, staging area, everything they have, right? But all this catalog, all this feature of the catalog, code of the catalog by Jen plus Hara plus login page, home page, they club together and it become one single product or app of the feature. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, right, if this team want to sync with them, they want to see, maybe in the home page, I have to integrate the login. Maybe whatever code Jane created, they want to integrate with Sarah over here. Okay, so we need some centralized system, okay, where everybody is keep on uploading their code. So everybody has a visibility what is going on. So Vimal can see what kind of code Eric has created in login page, so we can integrate in home page. Jen can see what things Sarah has been updated in the catalog page. So accordingly, I will update those features. So accordingly, I will work on it. Depend all about the responsibility, how the responsibility given to individual in the projects. But I want everybody should have a visibility what is going on. and lots more things we can do, right? It's not only about this part. So here I'm just talking about team can sync what is going on, but it is only possible. Right now my laptop is there in my home. I am into a private world, right? Nobody can connect to my laptop as such, right? We need for this public IP or for different kind of network connection, right? So I need some kind of centralized computer or centralized system where everybody is keep on, like, again this depend upon their when they want to upload, but they keep on uploading their code in one centralized location. Okay, one centralized location. And what they're uploading the entire repository, right? And what repository contain, mostly the main part of the repository contain versions. So I want my entire version control system also available centralized somewhere in such a way that is accessible by everyone. And most relevant place where everything can be accessible is the internet. If you put this thing in the over the internet, anybody and everybody can access this. Okay, but in this case, the only point here is, right, who are going to manage this centralized management control, because it is not like a only computer, right? We have to provide some computers or some server, RAM, CPU. We have to give some network settings or network IP address or public IP. We host the system somewhere. Plus, we have to install some software here to manage centralized version control system. We have to the software will have a capability to create accounts. So it's not a small thing, right? What I'm talking about. So maybe your company, let's say XYZ, they will host one computer over the internet, or maybe in the cloud, and they manage entire things, whatever we need in CVS. Okay, so maintaining this software is a big deal. That is one of the reason now nowadays, rather than we company host, mostly they host, but nowadays very common, rather than we as a XYZ company host our own CVS system centralized somewhere normally over the internet, because nowadays everybody is gathered, team is gathered in multiple different locations, but they want to work together as a team. So nowadays we need such a solution, obviously, that is available on internet, but this CVS product I don't want to manage. Okay, so we want some product that is managed by some third party company, different company. They will manage for us. Our duty is to go there, create the account, access over the internet, and start putting our data, start using their services in the simple term. So I need some product that's available on the internet, very reliable also, that for sure, right? And one of the good example of CVS products called GitHub. So I believe everybody know GitHub. Just I'm trying to set the base context, those who don't know GitHub. So GitHub is centralized version control system, but there's one more concept called DVCS, distributed. What is distribution system? We will see in my next class, right? So here I'm just talking only about centralized version control system. Okay, so is one product. You can use the word called as a cloud product. Means technically cloud normally means here internet. It's available on the internet, managed by some other company. You don't have to manage. So that is one of the reason. If anything managed by some other company, mostly known as cloud products. So it's a cloud service provider or cloud service available over the internet. So what can you do? Everything that you can do locally in the laptop, same thing you can do on the GitHub. You can get the branch, multiple versions, commits, and lots more thing, merging, everything you can do there directly also. Or this product also give a capability, whatever the local repository you create in your laptop, you can upload there. Okay, and they manage in their storage, they manage everything, they manage whatever the possible thing they manage for you. And because we upload in the system, and the system is all there on the internet, so other team or maybe you can make our repository public, so everyone over the public internet also, they can download your code. If you want to make it code open source, they will download the code and then further use it. or we can, this is now GitHub is like a Instagram or Facebook, or like a LinkedIn. Everyone is there, every techie guys is there, so it's a great place to collaborate, to connect, to learn, to get a new code, tons of things we can do. We'll see lot of features of the GitHub in very detail. Okay, just very quickly, I just want to introduce this tool, so that's what I have done. So if you don't have a GitHub account, is a public site, just go to GitHub, okay, .com. Okay, and here you have to just create a new account. So pretty simple, nothing very technical, just click sign up and create a new account, okay, on the top of GitHub. So I already have the account, so I just signing in my system. So in this break, if you want, take some time, take 1 or 2 minutes, I believe, to create a new account in the GitHub. So I have the account with this name, vidaga@lw.com. Let me sign in with my account. So when you sign up, it look more like this. Okay, my homepage, you will see some more data over here, but in your case, you will see everything is very clean and clear. Okay, so let me explain you how we're going to use GitHub. Lots of practicals we are going to do GitHub. Very lot of internal features, advanced features we are going to touch. But right now, let me start from very basics. So this is the GitHub. Okay, GitHub. So what's our plan is, right? So multiple plans we have. First, the way I explained to you, that's what I'm going to show you, right? Before this, let me show you very quickly a small feature so you guys can think very much, right? So GitHub give you capability where you can actually log into this screen that is called GitHub portal. So there's a GitHub homepage or GitHub portal. Okay, and in this screen, if you don't want to create in your laptop a local repository, okay, or you don't want to store any Git in your laptop also, the way we have seen till date, you don't need any Git software to be installed in your laptop. You don't have to create a local repository in the laptop. Same repository, what you created here, you can directly create it directly on the Git. So we can create a repository directly here. Okay, and what repository contain is staging area, working area, and other things. Everything you can create directly on the portal, directly on over the internet. And how we can create the repository? So there's a one option here, new, in the left side. So from here, you guys can go and create a new repository, or you in the top, there's an option called, do you want to create a new repository? We can create it. What is August and all the things we're gonna see in some time. Okay, so that's what we can do. Let me do, guys, one thing, because a lot of things I'm going to do right now. Let me put in your Google Drive. I think we have guys shared the Google Drive link to you. And again, today's screen and code and commands also we are going to put in your Google Drive. Google Drive link, I think we have shared in your WhatsApp group, or maybe in your learning portal, somewhere we have shared these links to you. So go here and where it is. So click on the new, right? And I'm sharing every screen out to you, even though pretty simple, but let me share. Click on new, and what can you do? You can give your repository name. So let's say this is the Git training 2022. So this is the one repository name I'm giving. What is a repository? It is just like a folder. Typically means working space and staging area and commit area, everything they will create for you. So do you want your working repository public? Means because this is Git is all over the internet. So do you want this public? Everybody can see on the internet if they know your name or the URL. So I say let's go for public, no issues. Okay, And do you want this repository to be created? Now, guys, this option is very important. What this options sees, okay, initialize. So they say, okay, do you want to create the repository here? Okay, I say yes. Plus, in this repository, do you want the entire I can use the term called entire working space, working area, staging area, and commit area? You want all these things you want to manage. uh, do you want me, means GitHub said, you want me to uh, create all these areas to you? That's called initialize. Or you have just requirement is this one requirement. Second requirement is maybe in your laptop everything you already have, working area you have, staging area you have, commit area you have. So you just want to just create some dummy kind of repository, and your local workspace you want to upload here to manage centralized, like a CVS. So other teams can use it, or maybe you can use this thing as an extra backup also. Okay, so what is the requirement? You have a first requirement or the second requirement. So both the use case I'm going to discuss you right now in some minute. Okay, but let's say I have first this requirement. I want you create a one folder called repository, and everything working space, staging area, and commit area, you go and create and initialize directly on the GitHub. I don't want to use my local laptop. Okay, so this is what, guys, this is talking about. You want to initialize this repository. Okay, and for this they say you have to choose one of the option. You have to create one single file to initialize. So let me add one file. Okay, so by adding one file, they will create a new branch here with called master branch. Okay, and let me create. If you don't connect this, right, it means they feel you just want to create some kind of dummy repository and you want to upload your local repository in the future. Okay, so that they will say. So we'll see this demo also, how to upload from the local to the GitHub. But right now I want they will create, and they're adding some extra file, README file, and the README file is very important file in the GitHub. What is use of this, we'll see. Okay, this is the option I would like to add here. So now create the repository. Okay, and now this repository has been created directly on the GitHub. Okay, and even though, guys, if you see here, they created one branch. This is called master branch they created. Okay, and technically here they create, right, the all the things, working space, everything. Even though this will, you can use this guy as a working area also, means you can actually add the file, create a new file, upload the file or the code, your data, or let's say create a new file. Okay, so here I can directly create a file. Let's say this is new data. You can give a file name, let's say hello.txt. Okay, so right now they're creating everything in the master branch because we have no branch in this repository. And same syntax, when you create any file, you have to save it, go to staging area, and then commit it, right? So that's what they're asking you. You're creating a new file, you want to commit, so just say yes, I commit. It's first time commit for hello file. Okay, and you want to commit directly in the master branch or new branch. We'll see about this new branch thing, but I want to commit directly on the master branch. Okay, so commit. So, guys, like it look purely like a normal working area in the staging area. Even though you see, guys, there are two-time commits happen, one for this file and one the file they created for you, they commit. Okay, and let me create one more file very quickly. Create a new file for showing something. Let's say there's a new file with txt, some first data, and this is the new file commit. I'm not changing, so they can give a commit name by this one, create new file and commit. So 3 times we have committed. We have committed here. Okay. Now one more thing, guys. There's 3 files in my folder that is called repository. It's public. Anybody can see it. Anybody who know this URL, okay, they can see this data. Or I want to, if I want to share my repository to everyone, because public, anybody can use it. So this is also one way. You can go to code, and this is an extra URL they give you, okay, for accessing this repository. What I mean by this, we're going to use in some time. But anybody who knows this URL technically, they can see this entire data because it's public. Okay. Now, in this repository, we have 3 files. But if you notice, guys, here, GitHub is one kind of web application. What they do, they say whatever data is available in this file, is a specialized file here available in this file, I will present this information directly on the screen. Okay. It means if I go to this file, okay, and in this file, if I edit this file, there's option here to edit any of the file by this symbol. If I edit this file, okay, let's say this is training GitHub 2022. Okay, I edit this file. Okay, and let me save again. My point here, whatever things you change in this file, by default, guys, Git read this file for you, and in your repository main page, this is the main page of your repository, this repository, okay, they read this file, and whatever data in this file, they will show you here. So that is the reason, guys, if you want somebody come to your repository, and anyhow in this Git page, if you want to present with this information, right, about your code, your plan, your project, you can present over here. Okay, even though this is the MD file as a name means Markdown language. So if you search for GitHub Markdown, all right, or Markdown cheat sheet, okay, what they show you here is, this is again one kind of language, something like HTML thing, just think in this way. So this language has some syntax. If you want to bold something, you want to put some images, create some link, put a video directly here to give a look and feel, color. So they have some keyword or some kind of syntax you can use here, okay, that you can put in this file. So accordingly, your data will be presented. So there's a multiple cheat sheet or quick tips available. So if you want to make some of the part header like come in bold, so you can use this hash symbol, right? For example, if I edit this file, we can also edit from here. Okay, so if I make this line bold, like a header file, so give 2, so it will work like a header 2. You know, if you know HTML, you know, header 2 is like bold but it's a little bit smaller in size. Okay, so that you can write here, and if you save, so this text will work like a bold but a little bit smaller size. Okay, similarly, there's a multiple things you can do, right? They give you output also. So if you want to emphasize something, right, you can use asterisk to emphasize particular things, underscore, you want to create a list like 1 2 3 4, what can you do? So this is a good cheat sheet available. Look and feel things. I don't want to invest the time. You want to create somebody things, a link, you can write this in text, they will create a link for you, for example, in this file. Okay, if you click this, write this in text, your text, then put your URL to whom you want to link. Just this syntax you can use. So it is as a like way to present your document. Okay, like a normal link. You click here, you go to google.com. Okay, so point here is, so this README is a special file. By default, Git, if you have this file, they read this file and they present the data here. In this file, you can use Markdown language. to give a look and feel on your document. Put the images, videos, and logos, multiple things you can do. I'm not investing further time here. You can create this tables, everything you can create. So just you go and see this document or these document. Let me share this link or search in the Google to create some good look and feel, and just try. It's a good practice. Initially, whatever project you want to host, project means maybe we have some idea, you want to share your idea in the code to public world, ask them to collaborate with you. So so put your project in the GitHub like open source, right? Open source means anybody can read your code, okay? And that just create a beautiful document. Better the document you create, more it look very appealing, right? So have good clean document with proper look and feel formatting you can do with Markdown language. Okay, I'm not investing the time here because it's pretty simple. You guys can do by yourself also. Okay, this is one small thing I want to tell you here. Is second thing is let me go to this file hello.txt. Okay, in this file it is very clear. It is very clear that this file is committed 7 minutes ago, and this is the last commit ID. Okay, and if you click on this commit ID, is a link, clickable link. So what they show you, this one screen they presented to you, and they show you this committed we have done in master branch 7 minutes ago. Okay, with this commit ID, and in this at this time we have added a new line. This one, this is what guys they show you. What I mean by this, if I go again to this file, okay, and let me add more data in this file. Let me add second line, okay, and let me again do commit. So this file updated second line, okay, and this is the commit message and commit. In this file we have done 2 commits, right? So even though guys, if you see here, they show the message here, commit now, or right now, it means this file we have committed 2 times. This is the latest commit we have done with this commit ID. If I click here, okay, now they show you at this point in time where you committed. Okay, so you have actually added 1 new line. I guess this is a good screen that visualize you what you had previous and what you have now. So now your file has 2 lines. Previous version you have 1 line, okay, and which 1 line you added plus symbol you can see here to check. Okay, so it's a good tool. Same thing as we have done with our git diff command, right? So the technically it is something like a diff command, but here without knowing the diff command or without knowing the commit commands or staging command, by just clicking with the mouse, everything we can do here. But the good thing is because we know what is commits, we know versions, what is diff, so we can now whatever concept we learned yesterday or today, we can very quickly compare with these guys. Okay, second thing is there's an option called unified also. Okay, so they show you in the unified way, in the one single line they show you. It is more look like a diff command. Okay, so in this file there's 2 lines, 1 line we added, so they show you unified way. In contrary, this output is more look like a git diff command, or git show command. It look like this, or you have to split give a better view. So you click on the split to see this particular view. Okay, one more interesting thing is there's a 1 plus icon here. Okay, if you click on the plus icon, it can create put some comments. Okay, so maybe sometime you added new lines or new code, you can put the comment why you added this line, because it new method we added for mailing or for SMS or for AI. So add some comments. Okay, so that in the future when you come to your code, by looking at this line, you come to know why you added this line. Or maybe when you work with a team, okay, if some other team member come to the same project, they come to know why is me, Vimal, has added this line and who added, Vimal added. So they can see this is the author who added this line, and these guys has also mark a comment, what is the use, why they added this feature or line to this, or edit this line or remove this line, something like this. So it's good tool in the terms of overall, I can say management, especially when we work in a team. This is small things makes a lot of sense. Okay, so this is one thing I want to tell you. And uh, even though this is a complete project, here in this project we have done 7 commits in total, 2 3 here, 1 here, 1 here, something like that. Total commits we have done in this project in the master branch. Now you know commits we always do in a branch. So master branch we have done seven commits. So if you click here, so entire 7 commit tree they show you. It is like a git log command. So they show you entire commits. Plus they also highlighted there's one comments we write for some purpose that I added right now. All the things. And every commits ID they show you here. So there's a different commit ID they show you here. Okay, and interesting thing is, if you want to see at this point in time, or let me check, maybe at this point in time, or maybe at this point in time, how my repo should look like. So I can go back to any point in time. So click here. So at that point in time, I had only 2 commits. Okay, and these 2 files. You know, it is like a the command that I showed you yesterday, reset command, right? We can go back, okay, and see with checkout. Go back and check out these 2 commands I showed you yesterday. So we can see at this point in time what data we had in this GitHub. So that's also we can do here, even though this everything is listed here. Okay. So at this point, you see this branch means you are a master branch, and master branch at this point in time, what data you have, it will be visible here. Again, I click on the 2 comments. I can see at this point in time, we have these 2 things. Let me go back. Again, 7 comments. Let me show you one more time. We're going to see what data we have had at this point in time. So at this point in time, we have these 3 files, and in hello.txt, we have only 1 line. Okay, but we added 2 or 3 lines, but it is only 1 line because I go back at this point in time at my commit, at this commit, and at this commit ID, or at this point in time, we have these information also. Okay. So we can just go again, we can go back also by this symbol. Okay, and copy SS we'll see after some time when we need. So almost everything, guys, whatever you do, you have done in the command line, here they can do the same thing. It means you don't need your local laptop to create a repository. Directly go here and you can create the repository. Okay, even though they give you a lot more facility, we'll see in upcoming discussion what facility they give you more. This is one thing. Second thing is we have only 1 single branch. So if you want to create more branch, how we can do? So here, right, only 1 branch we have. So do you want to create a new branch or find the branch? Same thing you can do. Let me create a branch called dev1. So this branch is not available. Do you want to create a new branch? I say yes, hit enter, and that's all. Okay, so normally hit enter works, but let me create in this link. So they create a new branch. So this is exactly like a Git branch, and there's one more new branch come up dev1. And I told you, whenever you create a branch, automatically all the data from master branch come in the dev1 branch. So you can see here, the entire data from master branch coming there. Now here 2 branches, you can check out this branch, the master branch, this the dev1 branch, everything is being come up. So these are 2 branches we have, And why we want to create a branch? Because I want to use this branch as a feature branch. So this guy want to add some new file by dev, okay, .txt. This guy want to write new data, new feature. That was the plan is, and this guy want to commit by dev one branch first time. And now this time you see guys, they're committing directly on the dev one branch. So we are putting data on the dev one branch. This is the same concept I explained you today in my git commands. So here, what can you do? Dev one branch has recently posted new thing because I added new feature in this branch. And this thing is, guys, this tool is very interesting. They also show you master branch. This branch is one commit ahead of the master branch. So if you go to master branch, okay, we don't have this data, that file. But if you go to dev1 branch, they have some new data and some extra new commits we have done is available only in dev1 branch. And let me do one more thing, even though let me add some more lines in this file. Let me edit new second line. I'm doing one more time this commit directly on the dev1 branch. Okay, so this branch, one more add commit we have done. So typically if you talk about the master branch, we have only these three informations. And if you go to dev1 branch, okay, in dev1 branch, we have this file with 2 extra commits that we have done here. So you can see here 9 commits in the dev1 branch, and in master, we have only 7 commits. Okay, so now if you want to merge, right? So now dev1 branch is ahead with 2 extra commit. If you think you want to merge back into the master branch, so this is the one option that pop up here because very common thing. So do you want to merge the data from the dev1 branch to the master branch? So this option you can use, compare and pull request. Okay, so click here, compare and the pull, and here they are very clear which branch you want to merge. Guys, merge is not always possible. I have explained you multiple concept where you will see there's a issues of conflicts. They will discuss in very detail, but right now this tool is very powerful. They say you can merge it. There's no issue of conflict. You can able to merge because everything is clean right now. Why is clean? When I talk about merge conflict, you guys come to know. Okay, so they're talking about, do you want to merge from dev1 branch? You can see the arrow symbol to the master branch. That's what the plan is. So vice versa also you can do. If you have more branches, you want to merge from dev1 to dev2, dev2 to dev3, all these plans you can do here. So this arrow you can see here, the dev1 data we are sending to master branch. You want to write down some comments, you can comment here, merge to dev1 to master by Vimal. Just comment you can write. And if you want to merge, there's a one in the GitHub, there's a one concept called pull request. Okay, what pull request will do, they compare both the branches. Okay, what they compare what the difference in the versions they have. So that's what the pull request will do for you before they merge. Okay, so I'm creating a pull request here. Okay, and here what they found that that this is a comment we have written right now. What they found that in this dev1 branch, there's 2 extra versions we have. Okay, that's what the pull request has done. That's called comparison. Okay, so they say what merging you are going to do. Dev1 branch has 2 extra versions that is not available in the master branch. So they show you this information for your knowledge. you can just click, you can just go back and see what data you added. If you think you are good to go, then there's a time where you can do merge. Okay, so you can do merge, we can integrate with some DevOps tool. I'll give the idea in my next classes what this option will do for you. So we are pushing, getting the data into this branch. Okay, so now this is the time to merge. So it's called merge full request. I can do here that will finally merge dev1 to the master. I click here, even though I can write the comments also. Final merge to master by dev by me. Okay, something like this. So finally, let me add the comments. Okay, and let me merge. Okay, do you want to confirm merge? This is not a simple thing, guys. I told you merging means as you're merging in the master branch, maybe some DevOps tool like Jenkins, they keep on checking, and as soon as you merge, they get the data and release to the production system. So they keep on asking you, confirm or not. Okay, normally this process is done by your managers, you developer working in the area, and managers are the one who do the final merge. So normally we have some securities where we can write that anybody who want to merge in the master branch, only the account who is logging with this account can merge. So I'll talk about this kind of scenario, right? So right now I'm the one who creating the feature, but I'm the merging, but technically feature branch is created by some other developer. They working on it, and finally me as a manager of the main project, I decide do I want to merge or not. So I show you that practical also how the thing work. Okay, but right now let me confirm merge. So merge done successfully. Anyone the guy this tell you after merge you want to delete this branch, this is like a feature branch, so there's no use of this branch, you want to delete, just click on this message and yes, I want to delete this branch. Even though after delete you can restore also, it will give you back, but if you go back from this page they might not give you the way to restore also. Okay, so the merge has been done. So again, because now we know the concept of merge, I show you and explain you. So because knowing the concept, then if you know the concept, then working here might be not big deal. Okay, now in this project you see now we have only one single branch, one branch we merged then deleted, but entire commits, entire file with the data come up here, okay, in the master branch. Okay, so this guys one quick information about the GitHub. Even though they have much more facilities, as we progress we keep on talking about, but whatever we had done till date, yesterday till today, in merging, reset, history, difference, right, commit, all the things, same thing I show you in the almost everything I show you in the GitHub here. Okay,